And did I miss anybody that wanted to speak?
You mentioned my name earlier, Lee Coleman.
Okay, were you not part of that group?
No, ma'am.
I'm sorry, you got bundled together. Lee, would you like to come speak to us?
Sure.
Did I miss anybody else? Okay, and then Troy will have you on deck. Thank you. Sorry, Lee.
I want to reiterate the thanks you've received for reinstating Seth Stambaugh. But I want to point out that the policy and the policies and procedures that you had in place on non-discrimination, in this case, were inherently discriminatory. And so I suggest that there's going to have to be some restructuring, and I see that the board is interested in doing that. We'll be discussing it later, and if I can take part in that discussion, I'd be happy to. What I'm aiming at is, and I hope you're aiming at, is compliance with state law on non-discrimination. And I would end by suggesting that during your discussion and later, that you might want to seek advice from the Bureau of Labor and Industries, which is in charge of enforcing state law on non-discrimination. I strongly urge you to do that, and I appreciate your consideration of that. If there's any other way that I can interact with the board or speak to relevant authority, be happy to take part in that kind of discussion.
Thank you so much. Yes, and Superintendent Colonna would like to make another comment.
I will be speaking with Dr. Scott Fletcher in just a second. The two of us will be up here, but one of the items I wish to speak to is the very item that was mentioned. There will be a bill coming forward specifically for interns and student teachers dealing with discriminatory practices in the workplace. And that is one of our areas for improvement that we'll be working to support on the state level.
What's that? What's this discrimination?
Thank
What's
you.
this discrimination?
Troy Lakey?
I'm a parent of a 5th grader at Sexton Mountain and also an 8th grader at Conestoga, and I'm also a gay man. I sent a long and emotional email to the principal and superintendent and the school board. I appreciate the responses that I received back from Mary, Lisa, and the superintendent. And I also appreciated the time that the assistant principal at Sexton Mountain spent with me as I went in and expressed my concerns. I was very excited to hear when Mr. Stambaugh was going to be reinstated. It restored some of my hope that there is hope, that things can get better. But I still have a lot of concerns about the perception that was given. That now it might be that only you changed your mind because of the media pressure and all the attention that you've gotten all around. And so I wonder if anyone has formally apologized to Seth and to the students and to the LGBT community and the members that have been affected by this action. I wonder, how did this happen in the first place? How did it get to that point? And it get by all the managers and whoever that had to approve that decision for him to be let go because of his sexual orientation. I am really glad to hear that the district will be meeting with Basic Rights Oregon going forward, and I hope that I can find a way to be involved in that as a parent and as a member of the gay and lesbian community. I raise my son to accept everyone for who they are, and it's okay to be gay or straight. I have a loving partner of 2.5 years, and I want my son to feel safe talking about him in school. I don't want him to feel like he has to edit him out of classroom discussions. I don't want him to be able to go to school without fear of teasing or bullying or discrimination based on his father's sexual orientation. I want a safe environment for my sons and all students. I want a district that celebrates diversity. Thank you for fixing some of the damage, and I look forward to your continued efforts.
Okay, last call. Any other comments? Okay.
Well, this is unusual, but I don't have an issue. I just want really felt for you when I read in the paper about the discrimination issue. I know each one of you are very committed to what you're doing, and it's really hard when a situation comes up like that. I know you all have children, you have lives outside of this school board, you're unpaid, and you put in many, many hours. And in this, when the election's coming up right now, there's not a lot of people that want to make that commitment, and I just really applaud you all. And I noticed 2 of the board members aren't here, which is unfortunate. Oh, they're here. Oh, they didn't have that technology when I was on the board. Wow, and that's really impressive. And I also want to thank the administration and the school district and going after that grant in this financial times, and with such a short amount of time, you guys secured that grant. And it's just amazing what you guys are able to do with the money and the budgets. And I just want to thank all of you.
Thank you, Anne.